Hey, so why it is important to know yourself? Everybody speaks, know yourself, know thyself. This phrase is just coming from ages, basically. Okay, but do you really understand what it means to know yourself? In this video, I want to explain the meaning of this and actually what do you get from it? Okay, because many people hear this phrase and don't really get what does that mean to know yourself and how this actually be useful for you and how this can actually change your life. Okay, so let me begin. I have a little note here so I would not forget anything, and please forgive me, I'm not this professional video maker yet, okay, but I do my best to give you all the information that you need. So first of all, about the structure of the human being. I will not again go into the detail because so many people think, that we have a physical body, then we have empiric body, and then we have a mental body and all these kind of things. This information doesn't give any meaning, okay? Knowing all those things, so what? Okay, those things exist and so what? What are you going to do with it? The more important thing is how you actually connect to the universal field. How do you connect to creator himself? Because creator is everywhere around you. Where you end or you think you end, that's creator begin. But also creator lives inside of you and creator is outside of you all the time. You basically cannot escape this universe. You are constantly in creator and creator lives within you. So you are part of the universal consciousness. You are part of creator, created separately. So kind of created personality. So you would have your experience and creator would have this experience together with you. Basically, you are son or daughter of creator. Okay. So now let's speak a little bit about the human nature. First of all, you have a human mind. And because you have physical organs, animalistic basically organs, because you have brain, which is also every single animal here in our world also has brain, this kind of animalistic center. So you are also having animal mind. This is not an insult, okay? Not at all. This is not an insult. This is simply a fact. So everything I will speak about, it's not to insult you or put you down, but really to explain what things are without any insults, okay? So basically, you have an animal mind or this lower human mind or this ego mind. There are so many different names for it. And this mind is constantly looking for safety. So if you are constantly looking for safety, means you're living in fear. And I'm not saying that you are paranoid and you're walking around and looking for safety and trying to understand who is going to hurt you and so on, but subconsciously and consciously, basically, that's what's happening. Okay, you're constantly looking, are you safe? You're constantly looking at other people, are they safe to be around? What do they think about you? If they will have some bad opinion about me, what will happen, and so on. So that's what I mean by fear, living in fear, basically. But this video is not about it. It's not about your fears. I just wanted to tell you that yes, there is an animal mind in every human being. Now, what happens when human being stops closing or shutting down this animal mind? I mean, literally closing your eyes, sitting down and disconnecting this mind, disconnecting those worrying thoughts and fearful thoughts and thoughts altogether. Okay? So once you begin doing it, slowly, very invisibly, basically, same as you see the sun rising in the morning and then you see sun setting in the evening, and you do not feel the position of the sun in the sky. You don't see how sun is moving. You don't see how moon is moving. You don't see how flowers are blooming. You don't see those little things. And it's okay, but they are happening. Same way, when you begin doing some spiritual practice, you begin slowly transitioning into something different within you. And you begin to transition into your soul's mind or your spiritual mind. Now, this mind is the same mind. However, it does not operate from fear. It begins to operate out of love, out of consciousness. It does not fragment anything. It does not cut into the pieces information, but it sees everything as one. It sees the reason, it sees what is happening right now and what is the reason for what is happening right now and what is the consequence. Basically, this new quality of mind, your soul's mind, opens up and you begin being in peace, in calm, and you are not thinking these fearful, worryful thoughts, but you begin seeing everything as one. You begin contemplating what is happening in front of you without trying to reason, without trying to understand, or somehow explain to yourself. Because there is no questions left anymore. You can interact with that's what's happening around you, and you begin to get that information constantly without even asking. Basically, you are constantly in touch with the information that is around you, with everything that is around you, with everybody that is around you, and you begin immediately reading and feeling and sensing everything what's going on around you, regardless of who is there. So that's the quality of the mind that opens up when you start stopping your animalistic mind. It takes time, of course. Now, basically, behind that level or beyond that level of stopping the mind, there is an emotional level. You basically go, they say that's an empirical body, then emotional body, or astral body where the all emotions are, then mental body, whatever. Doesn't matter. I don't go into those details. But basically, to get to your soul, you need to get through those animalistic emotions. Yes, there are also animalistic emotions, because when you open your soul's mind, then you don't have these emotions like, anger or jealousy or greed or all that stuff. It disappears. It's been transformed into eternal values. And the eternal values is the understanding of the other person. Imagine you are unified with everything. You're unified with everything. So you no longer need to feel any jealousy or fear or something like that, because you know that nothing will harm you. You don't need to be jealous because you constantly given what you need. Okay? You're constantly in abundance inside of you. Therefore, you begin feeling those eternal values like understanding the other person, loving the other person, loving everything around you, not just people. You begin to be. You just begin being in this beautiful world and begin just being, existing. Okay? There is no fear anymore. There is nothing else to be done. You begin choosing what you want to do. You begin connecting to everything. From that consciousness, creating things, it's quite easy. But creation begins and creation happens from your being, from who you are at that moment. The future has all possibilities for you. What do I mean by that? Imagine you take a CD or you take a chip or whatever these days, I don't know, and you insert into the console, into PlayStation console, for example, yeah, of CD. This game has completely all possible variations of whatever you want. If this is a game where you have to do certain missions, so then you can sit into a helicopter and fly, you can walk, you can take a ship, you can take a car, whatever. Same here. The future has entire full range of possibilities. Everything is included in it. But it depends on how you vibrate. What do you vibrate from your subconscious mind, from your being? That's what you open up in your reality. So the better you feel, the calmer you feel, the more relaxed you feel, the less of the possibility of any accidents or problems or anything like that, even to being involved into this. It's not on the level of results, but on the level of reasons. Okay? It happens on the level of reasons. Basically, by feeling that way, by feeling calm, relaxed, and not feeling any fears, you begin not create anything bad in your timeline. You understand? Basically, you begin seeing the reasons, actions, and consequences, and you basically create calm, peaceful, and relaxed circumstances for yourself. You see how you begin to create reality. You no longer live in consequences, but you suddenly begin to live in the reasons. In the beginning, you see how you create reality. Okay? I hope I explained this well. I hope I explained this how I mean. Because when consequences happen, it's too late. You are just basically drifting in life if you are living in consequences. But when you begin creating the reality, when you are in creation of reality, it's totally different situation. You see how things are happening. Okay? And you see how you are a cause of it. Therefore, you begin taking responsibility for everything, and you begin creating possibilities, creating circumstances, and you take complete responsibility for it because you know how you create it, and it doesn't happen to you. Therefore, you never blame anyone for it. You never you never have a circumstances where something happens and you are surprised, shocked, and you are in problems. You know what to expect from the world. You know what to expect from a person. You see the range of what you can expect from certain person you communicate with. Okay? So that's another kind of benefit that you have. You begin to create everything and you see what you can expect from other person or from circumstances or from anything that you deal with, because you are creator, because you live in that part of yourself beyond emotions, connected to the soul, and you live in this open spiritual mind. Basically, from here, in this part, you begin being visible to reality. What do I mean by that? You begin being visible to Creator and you begin registering in reality. Okay? Before that, you're being seen maybe to some lower rank angels who taking care of you, of your, say, of your reality, so nothing would happen to you. But when you transition into this higher realm, when you begin being connected to real reality, that's where you become a part of that reality and you begin being guarded. You're being protected and cared about, so you wouldn't get involved into any circumstances that may harm you in any way. It doesn't mean that you stop getting lessons, but those lessons and those difficulties that are in your timeline or in your life, they simply either strengthen your character or give you certain experience which you may need for strengthening your character or opening up certain potentials of your being. Okay? So we transition from animal mind into higher mind, your soul's mind, your spiritual mind. Now here, what the mystics sometimes call when you have no personality, when you are no one or you are nothing, okay? It's not really that you are nothing and no one. You simply disappear as this ego who is constantly wanting to control everything, wanting to control all the situations and everything. You disappear in that realm. You begin being everything. You begin being connected to everything. And you begin seeing how things move for you, inside you, and around you. Because these things merge, fuse, and you don't actually even see the difference between anything that is happening within and outside of you. But because we are human beings and because we have this material body, we don't need to get out of here. We don't need to get away from here and withdraw this body or somehow, go away from this body. We have to live this life. We still live in this body. We still have this material mind. And for example, from being in those beautiful realms, you can come back to this life and live consciously by seeing everything what is happening, by not escaping this world, by not calling this world some kind of, illusion or whatever. Because it's not an illusion. It's material. It's material world. It's not an illusion. Everything is made out of energy. Yes, I totally agree. Everything is made out of energy. And this material life and this material body and this material world is also made out of energy. And that's okay. And that's what we are here for, to see and live and be in the material body and have this beautiful experience. What it is to be here. Having this body, enjoying the body, enjoying everything what this body actually gives. Okay? So, basically, I said everything about it, but it's important not to just know about these things, but actually experience it. Okay, experience it. When you experience all that, then you really know, not when you just know intellectually. Okay, therefore, in the end, now in this video, what I explained all these things to you. What I can help you to do, or what I can help you to do, whatever. Yep. I can help you to give you methods how to transition from this animalistic mind, from fearful existence, from all these kind of dangers, into who you truly are, and begin registering with this universal field, being yourself, being true you, who you really are, and begin to live life. And I know probably if you are listening to this video, you probably know already about those realities. You probably touched those realities already, and you know a little bit, or maybe to some extent, about how these things work. But maybe you haven't experienced it yet, and you would love to experience those things. So that's what I invite you to do, just to experience all that with the mentoring, with me, taking, say, 5 weeks or 12 weeks or 3 months or a year, as much as you want, and really exploring those subjects week by week and opening those things for yourself, understanding what does that mean to be with no mind, being no one, which you cannot actually be no one. You simply discover different part of you, different parts of personality, different parts of who you are, because as a personality, you will never ever disappear from the being. Okay? You will always be a personality created by Creator. You will just be opening more and more of this, or of the aspects of this personality, your soul's aspect, your spiritual aspect. Okay? So look, I invite you to talk to me. I'll leave all the details just under this video. Get in touch with me on Facebook, on LinkedIn, or Instagram, and let's chat. Take care.